Okay, apparently, like the broadcast settings just do that, and I have to. It's like separate from this. So ideally, it should be picking me up right now. So if I didn't hear myself for the last few seconds in the video, it worked. Don't know why it did that, but okay. And is it? If I haven't heard anything in the last second or so, it means it muted. Then I have to go to the broadcast settings in the PlayStation thing to make that, work. Anyway, I guess I'm gonna just get back to this. I'm gonna play Act 1 here. By the way, that menu song's so annoying because there's like a full song there that they're just refusing to do anything about. That's a little lame. I gotta say, I do really like how Shadow sounds here. I really like him in Japanese. This is probably my second favorite level from the game, although this, again, has pitfalls that I really don't appreciate in this game. First of all, although there's multiple paths, this level immediately makes it clear that it's continuing the Sonic Forces really sort of long, big hallway thing. Like, I'm not sure how to describe it, but, just look at it. It very clearly resembles a Forces level more than it's an Unleashed level, which I find disappointing. Granted, this game has a whole different sense of control, which is questionable, I think. I think having tighter controls in Sonic games feels really good, but I think in this game it's a bit strange because it almost feels like the game doesn't know how it wants to control, and it feels like it wants to have it both ways. It wants to feel like a boost game and a adventure game at the same time, and sometimes you are really glad it feels like an adventure game, sometimes you are really glad it feels like a boost game, and sometimes you regret that it feels like either of them. It's really odd, I guess? I'm not sure what to make of it. If there's one thing I do appreciate about the level design is that it really supports player freedom. I'm not into that cutscene. That feels like a bad cutscene. I'm not into this. This doesn't really happen that often in the game, but I feel like having these sorts of sequences, as cinematic as they are, it's just a little whatever. I'm open to cinematic moments in Sonic levels. Really, Sonic 1 even was kind of gunning for that. I'm just not into mashing, and I'm certainly not into quick time events in the year 2025. I think that is a misstep. Yeah, this is an interesting sort of place. This is a fun area. There's a lot you can do here. And they do a really good job of teaching you mechanics, like Shadow being able to teleport. He doesn't have a homing attack the way Sonic had it. And I mean, if you look at this, I mean, yeah, it looks impressive. There's all these paths and so much room for exploration. But I just wonder about it, In any case, we'll be seeing how this works. I do appreciate how these levels make their original location more interesting. Okay, I really hate this. I think this is like one of the lamest things in the game because these scenes, they do kind of look visually cool, but first of all, I think Radical Highway is sort of diluted by this. Radical Highway is the last level of the game, so by the time you actually get there, you're already, like, used to this. And it's not that interesting. Like, now look at the level design. Now the level design has suddenly become really railroady and really lame. And it's not as interesting looking. It's you going through very similar levels. I mean, it often feels like just rehashes. And they don't even serve that much of a narrative purpose. I think trying to portray narrative and gameplay is a really good idea for Sonic, as seen in the Genesis titles. But I feel like this is almost pointless, and it actively makes the level worse. I just don't think this plays to the strengths of the game and of the levels. I do appreciate these almost sort of psychedelic looks to it. And again, they really excel at making this look cinematic and cool. I just don't know. Is this really amazing? I just don't know. I feel like this is easily the worst part of the level. And the fact that it does it multiple times is lame. It makes the level a lot longer than it should be. I'm really not a fan of long Sonic levels. Unless they can really justify it, I feel like this game doesn't really. Often. I think Kingdom Valley does, because Kingdom Valley is a really good level. But introducing this almost as mini-boss section is not that interesting to me. Then I get sucked down here, and I don't know, man. Something about this is just not that satisfying to me. But that's the level. So I'm playing this a lot closer to my TV. I mean, you didn't hear me the first time, but I was playing that in the bed, so we'll see how that works out, I guess. Oh, I can still screenshot. That's good to know.